for joining me for your January 2019 Astro Tarot forecast. I am shuffling the Everyday Witch Tarot, brand new deck, and I love the images. They're super witchy. And I'm covering the eclipse period, which we have in January. There is some outside noise. There's some construction going on in the development. So I'm sorry if you can hear that, but I'm still pressing on. On the 4th of January, Mercury enters Capricorn. And in this month, Capricorn's sector, the 12th house, is what is mostly highlighted for you in addition to your first house. And you have some finalities happening here in your life, but there's the need to retreat. Protection and privacy are important to you. Mercury conjunct Pluto and Saturn in this 12th house of memories and dream recall, your intuition, your quiet time, and where you go inside when you reflect. The subconscious mind is all activated, and Mercury is a major player in that area because that planet governs the intellect, the mind, the ideas. So there's some memory of loss in your life because Pluto's involved. Maybe you're reminded of what didn't work. But Saturn here is helping you restructure life so that this doesn't happen again, whatever this is for you. There's some reflection in the very early week and throughout the month for Aquarius and Aquarius rising in particular. So please watch your ascendant sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign for a full dose of the cosmos. On the 5th, we have our new moon partial solar eclipse, and this is at 15 degrees of Capricorn in this 12th house of release, the house of the undoing, the house of let it go, the house of what you are internalizing as something that has occurred to you or happened to you. But keep in mind, life responds to you. And some Aquarians are going through a very strong ending in their life in relationships due to the full moon, total solar eclipse, lunar eclipse on the 21st in your 7th house of marriages and relationships. So we'll get to that, but there's the clearing on the 5th that makes way for you to start new patterns, new habit, and to control your mind and the way you think about your past experiences up until this point. And on the 7th, Venus enters Sagittarius in your 11th house of social friendships, activities and clubs, groups of people that you connect with, and the internet, online presence. And Venus, there could be an attraction online, meeting someone via the internet. I would never recommend that because it's usually a nightmare. Firsthand, tell me, I know. But this is a placement where it could work. And Venus in the 11th house from the 7th through the end of the month suggests there could be a romance that works for Aquarius. This is also drawing your interest to everything online and perhaps who you are in social media and your presence, your brand, your what you are projecting outward and globally. It could be something that you are smoothing over and tending to, and something you're attracted to doing. On the 20th, the sun enters Aquarius. Happy solar return, happy birthday. And this is your time to shine. Where the sun is, that's where your focus is. That is in the 1st house of physical self and body and ego. So you have the center of attention, energy, the life force of the sun in your 1st house sector from the 20th through the rest of the month into the 19th of February. The following day after your solar return energy starts, after the sun moves into Aquarius on the 21st, is when we have our full moon total lunar eclipse at 0 degrees of Leo. This interests me in your 7th house. So there is a fresh, new approach and fresh start available in your marriage and relationship sectors, because something has ended here. The full moon brings the highest form of culmination and ending in the sector it touches, and it's at the very beginning of this relationship sector. So I feel like Aquarius has reached a limit of something and will no longer tolerate something else moving forward into 2019. It could be effective the 21st, but this feels very resolution related to me. It feels like you are making a stand, sticking to your commitments, no more red flags. I'm getting internally that, and I'm hearing it as a clairaudient, that there's no more bending, B-E-N-D-I-N-G. So Aquarius has been leaning and maybe wanted to salvage relationship or marriage, but there's no more bending. And hearing that after I said there, it's like you're not moving forward in the same way. The red flags that you maybe had either received or tolerated in past relationship, once you see even a pink flag, you're going to be like, gotta go. And I feel like you should not tolerate or settle for anything because you think you're supposed to be in this connection. Red flags are there for a reason. Please trust that instinct, and now you can, because you're eclipsed in your instinct sector, in the 12th house of inner knowledge and the subconscious mind. You're eclipsed there to clear out what you've either been telling yourself or allowing internally. And then you are eclipsed in the relationship sector to make room for something new. And then, and this could apply to business partnerships as well. Say you're not married and you're not in relationship. Definitely heed the advice that came through regarding the past and some of your nostalgia and forming new behaviors and patterns and red flags. When you see them, heed them. But you might couple up with a business partner going into the new year or into even February, and you want to listen more than you speak. Pay attention to the signs and what you're hearing. On the 24th, Mercury then makes a quick move out of your 12th house into the 1st house conjunct the sun. So writing, editing, expressing yourself. Mercury's direct. You have a green light for speaking your mind and for communicating in public speaking, clearing up resumes, interviewing, being proactive in expressing yourself and handling tasks readily, handling data, being responsible. Let's get to the tarot. I'm excited to see what comes up for you or for your birthday month. And should you require private counsel and a private Astro Tarot session, whether 60 or 90 minutes, I'm at audreyalison.com. I also provide just tarot readings if you're not into the astrology as much, and those range from 10 minutes to 30 minutes or 60 minutes. And I'm also providing the annual 2019 video reading that is available effective the 2nd of January on my PayPal drop-down menu. So Aquarius, let's see what is here for you. And take a look in the Show More section just below this video. You'll see a Show More button that expands to all of my links that are available. My Vimeo on demand, medium messages, my tarot e-course that's available, and private readings. So let's see what's here for you. The High Priestess. I love this card. It's my favorite card out of this deck and in the tarot in general. This is the 12th house, and this is exactly about trusting your intuition and going inside, listening to dream life, trusting your gut, and you could be practicing divination. She's playing around with some ruins, which I'm starting to get into myself, and the tarot and all of her books behind her. So retreat and study, learn, meditate. Draw from the knowledge that's given to you this month, where You are receiving knowledge and data, Mercury, in the 12th house of the subconscious mind. The Five of Wands. Wow, these witches are up to something around that cauldron. Stay out of the drama. Don't get involved in the chit-chat. There's something brewing around you and it's making you feisty. It could be heated and stirring the pot, agitating you. The Five of Wands is an uncomfortable card and there's some defensiveness. These women look like they're participating in something like gossip or chatter, and I think that you should stay out of it. I think you should be above and beyond it. Let's see what else is here. It could symbolize too competition, that card, competitive energy. Four of Cups. Well, getting over a connection can be sad, and you don't want to imbibe in too much and drown out your sorrows with too many chalices of wine at this time. You want to respect your health and be more grounded emotionally throughout some of the energies that are swirling around you, Aquarius. Turn to your friendships and your connections of respect, generosity, and trust. That's what these girls are named to me. Respect, generosity, and trust. These are solid connections and friendships in your life. Maybe around the time of the full moon, you will be celebrating, and that eclipse period of the 21st might symbolize a time when you're connecting with friends. And that 11th house on the 7th, when Venus, the feminine energy, the planet of the female goddess Aphrodite, that planet enters your 11th house of social sector and social friendships. So the coming together and a meeting of the minds, support from women in your life. Turn to them in the month of January, and you might be celebrating your birthday. You might have a trip or a party. The Three of Cups is a celebration. And even when you end something, there's a call for celebrating, because you're taking a stand in what does not work for you, which proves you are not settling for less. I hope this was helpful. Happy birthday. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.